brings us to the southern hemisphere and the historic city of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Sao Paulo. And he returns this to the 22. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Love now. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw now, here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Throwing. Love. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. From the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they're going to motion Dotson to the left. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Barkley, inside handoff. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They go play action with Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook
and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Now receiver in motion left.
Throwing is Hurts.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Gets around him, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Out to the left here to Reed. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They go with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Yes. Josh Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd down and a yard. Hurts.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw again.
This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 45 yards.
And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Love from the gun. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Rodgers on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A first down carry for Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 45 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
Love will sneak it, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 61 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a ground. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle with Barkley.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing. Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They got into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Love. Touchdown!
Romeo Doubs.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They'll come up now on second down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
25 yards there on the catch and run. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Jacobs is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.